So yeah, I was just dicking with this. That's right. Oops, wrong way. Alright. Please hold out on me, Internet. I just want to play the game. I don't want to play Peggle all night if I can avoid it. Oops, I think I just went back in the other room. Fuck, I did. Oh. What the fuck?
I think that's all of them.
Got him.
Come in. Why?
That's unfortunate. What the fuck is going on with this damage?
Here might be a tiny place.
You wanna help me, Sharia? Or are you just gonna dodge around like a goofball? Okay. Okay. I see. Oh my god, I'm gonna fucking die. What the hell is happening right now? Can you?
Thank you.
Oh, thank fucking god. Fuck off! God damn! These fucking bow dudes suck. What? I was just holding guard! How the fuck did you just do that?
Is everyone okay?
Fuck, man. Getting beat down right now. Terrifying. I shouldn't really be that weak. I was like bodying the enemies right on the other side of this place. I think this team comp just sucks. Honestly, as the more I'm like looking at it, the more I'm like, yeah, I think that it's just, I think it's the composition's fault. I don't think it's very strong on the frontline aspect. Besides Sophie. Huh. I also know, like, it doesn't help that, like, right now I don't have the latest armor and weapons, but man, I was trying to save some money for once, and Jesus Christ, these dungeons and places suck ass for chest drops so far. Just an infuriating level of ass. Alright, so we got some more of this shit. Move to the back? What the hell is that doing?
Stay on your game.
These fucking fireballs, too. Can you knock it the fuck off? Seriously, every time I fucking go in for a hit here, too. These motherfuckers are, like, up my asshole. Like, what the hell? What the hell is this? Why do they all have ranged bullshit? I don't have ranged bullshit.
Seem rough between Asbel and Sharia.
I know. It's like they've got sandpaper between them or something.
I don't think
That's
I have.
not it at all.
I don't think I have ranged bullshit. Maybe Sophie has ranged bullshit. I don't know. Alright, I just killed that dude so I could, like... Oh, there's more in here?
I'm trembling. Why?
Fuck off with your bullshit! Stop it!
Plenty
Oh.
of room for improvement.
My goodness.
We can let it slide.
Hourglass. Where's all the equipment at? So what am I even going for here? What's up, J-Hit? How's it going? Is there another thing over here? Oh. No, I said move to the front. Oh, it can't be moved at all. Yeah? So this one seemingly can't move. So do I just do this? Then what's that other door for?
Everyone stay on your
Whoa, what are you? Earthen pot, clear core. Are you inorganic? Yeah, you are. I'm gonna fight you. Ow, I'm hurt. Oh my god. Alright, I'm gonna fight you instead, because fuck your bullshit ranged attacks. Oh, and Sherry is dead. Live, Sharia! Alright, I'm gonna cast some cures, I guess. What the hell was that?
strands of embrace. Give names to it.
Ow. Nope, not interrupting me now, motherfucker. Get dumpstered. Kill that dude.
Oh, Lord of Berger!
Alright,
Can't
thank
even
fuck.
bear the sight.
Wait, Sherry was KO'd. How? How? We were in an Elith burst. How does she die? You just do whatever you want. Hey, Fishy, how's it going? Yeah, I'm using the low latency setting, yeah. It's very fast. No, we didn't do any percentage gambling. No, I've just been trying to play. Oh, wow, damn, the first time. Well, welcome to it. It's a pretty good thing, I think. I like it, at least. I don't see any negatives to it, at least, so. It makes conversing quite a bit easier, that's for sure. That door has such a big-ass hitbox for the exit there. Very weird. Alright, let's... Okay, and I dashed right into 1,000 hit points in damage. And they have an elephant break. Sick. That lasts for fucking ever! What the fuck was that? No, leave Sherry alone. Fucking bullies. And she's fucking dead again. I love it. I'm gonna die too. Oh. Oh, you fucking asshole. This motherfucker. What the hell am I supposed to do here? Wait, you guys haven't killed anybody? What the fuck, man? Ugh. Fuck you, you fucking asshole piece of shit. God damn. Hubert, live! Time for heals to go out.
Know your place.
Were they lost?
No, that's not what I meant.
God damn. This place is fucking brutal because everything is fucking ranged. Just like spellcasts are constantly getting interrupted. And it's infuriating. But I'm just trying to keep people around the same level, and the game's just like, no. No, you can go fuck yourself. You know what? Fuck it. Hubert, you're done. You're done for a bit. Bring in Asbel in. I need a front line. I need a front line who's not a caster against these guys. Come the fuck on with that shit. Alright, save Sharia. Thank fucking God.
cut to pieces! Stampede strike!
I think that's all of them.
Wow, went totally different. What a completely different fight. We did get an Elith break in it, but what a completely different fucking fight. I guess I'll go see what's behind door number 1 first. Oh, whoops. How did you get behind us? Well, it's unfortunate for you that you did, so I'm just gonna cut your ass down before you can cause any real damage. Fucking teleporting around and shit. God, this team composition is just
That's all of them.
so much better. It's just so much better. If you dualize 2 pieces of tempered equipment, you can extract their effects and produce a gem. What? What the fuck? Okay. Yeah, it makes a whole lot of sense now. Wait, is this 4th floor? Hold on. Wasn't I on 3rd? Did that seriously go down instead of up? Yes, it did. Well, that is unfortunate. Is all I have to say about that. All right. What is use? Oh. Oh. What the fuck? So you're telling me if I move... Oh. What does that get for me, though? Oh. Oh.
Did you see what happened?
No.
Yeah, when we pulled this switch, the wall on the other staircase moved.
If you understood that much, we shouldn't have any problems. Let's hurry on.
I'll do what I want. Give me that chest. Doubles the success rate. Oh. 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 Okay. Okay. I'm glad they gave that to me now. These are not block puzzles. Don't even kid yourself right now, Leo. These are not block puzzles. I couldn't be any more dissatisfied with these puzzles than I am right now. At least with respect to them being block puzzles, because they're not. They are puzzles. Not very hard ones, but whatever.
We will survive.
I'm gonna kill this one. Because it's pink and looks like me. And it teleports! It fucking teleports! No! No! Chariot! Alright, you're fine. Oh, well, I should have healed Asbel. Alright, he lived. Get him, Asbel. Fuck him up. Are you... Seriously, the everybody has ranged abilities is getting fucking old as fuck.
Your sword skills are amazing.
Thanks. I'll use them to protect us all.
Yeah, I figured... There we go. Improving equipment. When you dualize equipment with a shard, it raises the base stats of the gear. This shouldn't add effects to the shard. You can then battle with the equipment until it tempers. I know this tip already. Dualize again to extract a gem, and then start the process all over again. Continually doing so is a great way to raise the base stats. Oh, no, I didn't get this tip before. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? What is this? What the fuck is this? Okay, game. Okay. I see how it's gonna fucking be. I get it now. I understand. You cheeky fucks. Is there a door here? There is. What is this? Military insignia.
Considering how big this facility is, I guess it makes sense that it was used as a military base. And to think that you were part of all this. It's still so hard for me to believe you were stationed here, sent on a mission to destroy Lambda.
That's...
Sophie, please, let me do it instead.
But stopping Lambda is my responsibility. This is not something anyone else can do. Don't worry about me, Asbel. I will protect you. And everyone else.
It's my turn to protect you for once. You've already done so much for everyone. I don't want you putting yourself in danger again.
But you can't beat him, Asbel. Only I can. And I will.
So Mediacom did respond, and they were basically just like, the outage is still ongoing, and it is impacting your location. Once the outage is cleared, we'll be able to investigate this further if you're still having issues. I'm gonna still fucking have issues. I'm gonna still be fucking having issues. I guarantee it. Fuck you, Mediacom. You're garbage. Yeah, nope. Asbel is not the character that we are looking for growth in this game. He had that about 15 or 20 hours in, and he has very much been static since then. So, he's not gonna fucking change. He's not gonna fucking change. Oh, that's why that little doorway's there. Okay. Okay. I'm starting to put things together. It's starting to make sense. So did I fuck up by not doing that one back this way? There's that other spot, right? Yeah, this door right here. Oh, it's blocked, though. It's blocked by the unmoving one. I don't even think that moving this really did anything. Because you can move it to expose the controls on this one, but it doesn't let you do anything. Alright. That's fine. Well, wait, was there another one, though? There was one before this one, right? Oh, alright, alright, alright. Yo. Good thing I tanked those hits for you, Asbel. God damn it, stop shooting me, you fucks! 2,000 damage? Who did 2,000 damage with a lightning bolt? Is that Sharia? Seraphic bolt, I think?
I serve to protect.
Yay. Rampart sign adept. Finally. Finally, Pascal got that title. It's in here? Yeah, there's two yellow doors. I thought there was a third one in between them. They're right here. And I can't push them any further to the right. Okay. Okay. That's fine. I think the interesting thing about this the way that our eyes have been opened to this new dualizing mechanic is, I feel like what it's telling me that I must do, that I have to do, is make the Peepinator Malik's endgame weapon, just by repeatedly dualizing it and boosting its stats. I'm pretty sure that's what I've learned today, is that all of the joke weapons need to be the dualized targets. Because that's just how we have to finish the game. Watermelons on heads, joke weapons in hand. Everybody sporting an uncoordinated different costume. That is the ultimate optimal way to finish the game, is what I've learned. And I feel like if you do it any other way, you might as well start over. Just replay the game. Because you did it wrong. Make mockery? No. I make fun. I make fun and uniqueness. You don't understand. I live to find the way that I can play a game the way I want to play the game. That's like one of my very much outstanding things that really increases my enjoyment of a game is the ability to play the game exactly how I fucking want to play it. If a game gives me that, if a game just is like, you know what, we're not going to force you down a path to follow a story, we're not going to gate areas off, we're just going to let you fucking go buck wild. Like, if a game gives me that, I'm like, alright, I'm down for that. That's good. Yeah, that's what I said. I said that they're going to look and present themselves in the best possible way. I totally said that already. That's exactly what I meant when I said all of their joke weapons as their best weapons and all of their uncoordinated outfits. Stardew Valley called and would like a word with you? I know. Trust me, I know. I know about the Stardews. I don't want to talk about No Man's Sky. I still really want to buy it, but I just don't have time to play it. I just don't have time. Nope. Rip frames on you. I have not dropped any frames in a while. We're doing okay. We're doing okay. That is still not any fucking equipment. Wasn't No Man's Sky famously terrible? No Man's Sky famously showed gaming culture that they exist in a perpetual state of hype, and maybe they shouldn't do that. But No Man's Sky is a fine game. Like, is it the best game that we ever could have possibly imagined to receive in our entire lifetimes to play for eternity? No. But it was never going to be that. And the fact that people built it up to be that is their own fucking fault, not the game's. No. No. The CEO did not. And if he had, we would hear a lot more. We would have heard a lot more news about all the people who were like, I'm going to sue Hello Games for false advertising and blah, blah, blah. He didn't falsely advertise. He did a lot of interviews. He's very excited about the project, but the worst thing that Sean of Hello Games did was to not explain to people that this is going to be a living game, just like a lot of other games are nowadays, and it was going to get content semi-frequently, continuously added to it. That is the worst thing that Sean did. He didn't overhype anything. Everybody took what they saw and turned it into what they wanted it to be. I started out doing the same thing. The first trailer that was shown for No Man's Sky had me incredibly excited for the game. But I tempered that excitement with the fact that they didn't show us any fucking gameplay, and up until the release of the game, they didn't show us any gameplay, so I ended up not pre-ordering it, not buying it, not looking into it that much, because I was still waiting to see what the game actually looked like. Everything they had shown us was like pre-made footage or pre-rendered cutscenes. No. Shayla, I've meant semi-frequently. They have been releasing updates to the game since it came out. Just because the biggest update they've released recently was 2 years after launch doesn't mean they haven't been changing stuff about the game constantly. No, it's not a new Steam controller thing. I just hate it when people are so I mean, in general, what I see the most about that game is people being uninformed, and it drives me insane. Like, if you're going to shit on something, make sure that you know the whole story. Is my biggest complaint with everybody that I talk to about this. I have followed that game's development and release decently closely, and I don't even own a copy of the game, and I can tell you more than a lot of people about it. So the most frustrating thing to me is when people are just like, Hello Games fucked up. They're the worst. They're the worst dev company in the world. How could they lie to us? Blah, blah, blah. What I saw of the gameplay videos was excessively boring. I mean, what do you want it to be? Because it was never advertised as a fast-paced, like, full of action thriller game. It's a fucking open-world exploration game. It's Minecraft, but in space with real graphics. That's all it is. That's all it ever was gonna be. And people just got so fucking excited about it because they wanted it to fulfill all of their sci-fi dreams. And I still don't understand that mentality. It blows me away. It's like, it's gonna be space Minecraft, you guys. What do you, like, this is not gonna be, like, every action genre melded together but in space. It was never gonna be that. You're gonna gather stuff. Right, but you can do a lot of other stuff in No Man's Sky than mine with a laser as well. But people don't give it any credit past that because unlike, like, people seem to have forgotten how fucking boring Minecraft was when people first started to pick it up. As somebody who purchased the beta of Minecraft shortly after it came out of alpha and played through all of that game's rough starts, like, that game, it was fucking boring. It didn't even have a crafting book for you to follow. You had to learn everything from a wiki. You had to learn everything from a wiki in that game originally. And the only reason it got popular is because people got more and more enthralled with it and more interested in it. And because Notch kept pushing out updates. Some of which were very fucking broken. Yeah, like, I'm just saying that the level of like stuff that you can do in that game has done nothing but go up. And that's I think that sure, at release, was it a pretty barren game? Yeah, I think that it was. I'm not disagreeing with that. But oh, you totally can. That's the thing, Fishy. You totally can. You totally fucking can. You can build an entire base all for yourself. And like so initially the game was released, and at the level that it was at, the goal was pretty simply put, either explore and find your own fun, or go towards the quest marker, which there was like an end game, right? But at that point in time, I don't think there's anybody who was actually in the know about that game that would have told you that was it. That was all the game was ever going to be, and there was nothing. There was never going to be anything more to it. I mean, that game. Here's the thing that blows my fucking mind. People will rage and throw Spitfire and freak out about a game like Arkham Knight being completely, absolutely fucking broken and unplayable on release. Like, doesn't matter how much content there was in the game, you couldn't fucking play the game. And they just threw an absolute shit fit about it for, I don't know, maybe a month. The game still doesn't work very well. It's still pretty poorly optimized, but nobody gives a shit anymore. But for some reason, they just go after No Man's Sky when the only thing that game has done is get better. Literally the only thing that game has done since it came out is get better and better and more content and more bug fixes, and it's to the point where they just released multiplayer, which is crazy. It's not even poor PR management. It's not even that. It's that I'm telling you right now, if Sean had gotten asked any difficult questions in any of the interviews that he did, then it would have been fine. But he never did. It's at least 50% on the media coverage. The media coverage wanted to fucking love No Man's Sky, and they did everything in their power to do that. It was a small game development effort from an unknown company, and they were working on this crazy concept that nobody had ever done before. So it was like it just swept in. Well, and that's my point. Like, they do tend to be massive softballs. So if that's the only place that you're getting out any information because you're a development team of like 15 people in a company, it's understandable that you're gonna have some issues with that. Like, I don't fault anybody, and I don't even think that PR would have helped, because ultimately what it comes down to is nobody was willing to ask him the hard questions and force him to be direct. That's not his fault. He wanted his game to sell, and he got that. And in my opinion, the people who have a purchased copy of the game that didn't refund it, and maybe they played it for like 15 or 20 hours when it first came out, and they're like, this game's stupid, it sucks, I'm just going to get on the negative hype train because I own it, I can say whatever I want about it. Those people need to try playing the game again. Because it's not the same game that they bought and played release day. And like I said, to me, this is a perfect example of something that we have inherently built as a gaming culture, and it is at least partially our fault. And that is the fact that people will pre-order a game after seeing a pre-rendered cutscene that's 30 seconds long. That shit needs to stop. It doesn't help anybody, and it's fucking ridiculous. And that's like, what you have to understand is that that's what people did with this game, and then they turn around and blame the game developer. I'm sorry that you were not an educated and intelligent buyer, but ultimately, claiming false advertising doesn't really get you anywhere. Yeah, I don't give a shit about pre-order bonuses. Once again, if you pre-order years ago, and that's what you have to understand, the people who are the loudest complainers about this game are the ones who pre-ordered. I'm sorry. There's very few examples, especially a new franchise, or a new game from a new developer or anything like that. If you're looking at a company that has a pedigree, they've released, 3 or 4 games already, you've liked all of them, maybe it's a decently sure bet. You can make that decision on your own. But what I'm saying is the brain-dead pre-order zombies that exist in our scene right now help nobody. They help nobody but fucking publishers who take their money and shove them and just surround themselves with it and just fucking bathe in it. That's the only people who are benefiting from pre-order culture. And I cannot, even with my brain, attempt to fathom why people are so willing to be so ignorant about something that they supposedly give a shit about. Like, I don't fucking understand it. If you love video games that much, how are you so completely dense about them? Do the research, figure out if it's going to be something worth your time and money. Don't just spend money because the option is there. And like I said, to round this out and make sure that I'm super clear on it, I'm not saying that what happened with No Man's Sky is okay or good or fine or it should have been expected or anything like that. That's not really the point that I'm trying to get across. The point that I'm trying to get across is the people who are hating on a game that was never going to live up to the expectations that they built in their own minds, and trusted media exposure and trusted trailers that didn't show gameplay footage and all of this shit. Those people are at least part of the problem. At a very bare minimum, they are part of the problem. They can point the finger all they want, but if they're not willing to also accept part of the blame, then I don't give a shit what they have to say, because they are at least part of the problem. That's the biggest thing for me. Did it suck that No Man's Sky wasn't like there were certain things that were either vaguely or less vaguely promised that weren't in the base game? Yes, it does. Was at least I aware that? Yeah, but here's the thing, Leo. Here's the thing. To me, I don't hear like buyer's remorse from you. I don't hear buyer's remorse from you. I hear somebody who's admitted that they are willing to accept what could potentially not be worth their time and money. Like, if you're willing to accept that, if you're willing to look at it and be like, you know what, this game might be ass, but I don't want to miss out on this stuff. You've made that choice. The problem, you're not even a part of the problem. You're honestly not. The true problem lies when people do that shit and they're like, I want this stuff. It's a pre-order bonus. I gotta have it. And then they come back and they're like, oh, this game sucks. I want a refund. False advertising. Blah, blah, blah. This is dumb. Those people are the problem. It has nothing to do with wanting that content. The content is designed to be desirable because they want to sell pre-orders. Yeah, exactly. That recognition, it's like, okay, yeah, I pre-ordered this and I probably shouldn't have. But that's my fault. Not the game company's fault. It's my fault. That is the important thing. And if you pre-order it and you're like, yep, this game's great. Really glad I did that. Awesome. Very cool. I'm glad for you. That's super cool. But more often than not, I feel like that's not the case, and that's the thing that I'm ranting about right now. I'm ranting about the people who, given the opportunity to make an educated decision, and don't, and they just fucking don't. They just don't do that, and I don't get it. Oh, really? Why does it go over there, then? Maybe something on the other side? Yeah, anyway. 750? Yo, am I close? 738? I'm actually close. A Marcian key? Uniquely shaped key that was used widely by the Marcians over 1,000 years ago. Oh.
Hey, what's this?
How nostalgic. It has been a while since I have seen an Amarcian key.
A key? So what's it open?
Long ago, it was used in the doors of Amarcian-designed structures.
So, can it open any doors around here?
No, I highly doubt it would have been used in a fortification such as this. There was a time where that style of door was constructed abundantly, but it had grown obsolete by the time I had entered into my deep sleep.
Aw, nuts. Guess it's useless.
No need to run hastily to conclusions. There may still be doors that use such a lock on Ephenia.
Oh, really? Well, I hate dragging around useless junk, but this seems like a winner right here.
Yeah, and again, like, if you recognize that, you're like, yeah, I bought this because, not because I give a shit about the game, but because I just want the other stuff. Like, that's fine. That's totally fine. You are allowed to make that choice. You are a consumer. It's fine. But ranting about it because you feel like you got suckered or you made a bad purchase, that's not fair to the people that you're ranting at. That's my fucking problem. This fucking teleporting asshole. Leave Sherry alone, you shithead. Leave Sherry alone, you fucking dickhead!
It was your own vanity that bested you. Or not.
Right. Yeah, and you spending money on it makes it unlikely to stop. Exactly. So, like, there will either come a point where people will be like, I'm not going to pre-order anything ever again. And, I mean, and here's the thing. You guys have to understand. We're talking about pre-orders and stuff like that. I literally just pre-ordered something last night. I did, and I fully understand but the difference and the thing is about doing that is I have accepted it. I fully understand what I've signed up for with that pre-order, and I'm going to accept the consequences if I don't like it. Because there's a decent chance that I might not like it. But that is the key. Just accept it. Accept that you spent your money on something. It may not work out the way you hope it would. And if it doesn't, don't take it out on the people who don't deserve it. Wait, really? Just punch this dude. He had no hit points. Oh my god, please. Body block for me, Sharia. Let me get this res off. There we go. Oh, wait. That was not a res. Fuck. Fuck off!
We did it, Sophie! We did it, Sharia.
Unfortunately, I left Asbel on the ground, but oh well. Yeah, and like, so the games that I've pre-ordered recently, Overwatch, a game that I was in the beta for, and I played multiple times, and I knew that I was going to love Overwatch, and I still play it today. So I've gotten 3 years out of entertainment out of that purchase. And I've pre-ordered a couple of WoW expansions recently. Most of the WoW expansions over time I have pre-ordered or bought very close to release so that I could play on release day. So, 3 years of salt. Very little salt from Overwatch. When people say that it's a game where you just go to get salty, I disagree. Like, I generally just have a lot of fun with it, and that's it. So, oh. I did not expect that to happen. That's what LoL is for. I haven't played League of Legends in a while. Oh, Asbel's still there. Great. This is probably going to be hard. Alright, this motherfucker. Ow, what the fuck? Fucking fireballs. How? How? Yo, nice nurse cast, though. Nope, no frames. Frames are okay. What the fuck, man? Oh my god, I can't even interrupt that fucking fireball, really? There's one dead, finally. I just want to revive Asbel. Fuck. Asbel, please! Oh my god. Asbel! Got him. I mean, like, the female robots have blades on their guns, so I think it's okay. Wait, did this guy get picked back up? What the fuck? They revived? Where did he come from?
This
Fuck. Starting that fight 3v4 was not the way I wanted to really do that, to be totally honest. Am I just back down where I was before? I think I am. Weird. But yeah, like, I don't really get, like, competitive games are not, yeah, which, you know, I'm probably headed towards a boss fight, and I am sitting on 1 life bottle right now, so I was trying to avoid doing that for obvious reasons, hopefully. Oh, okay. The male androids have guns too? What are you guys talking about? You crazy? Wait, it wants me to move it to the right? Oh. Oh! I don't think that's what I wanted it to do. Oh. But how do I get that chest now? Oh, I fucked up, didn't I? Oh, man. Why did they lock into place? I'll reset this whole fucking game. Oh, this is not the solution. Because I couldn't get to it. I couldn't get to that chest. This is also not good. This is not correct. I'm so fucking confused. Oh, wait. Does that move that? Is that why that moves? No. Like, I can't get to the save point, and I can't do anything. Why is this here? Doesn't do jack shit. Why did you move like that? How do I get down there? Oh, God, this place is fucking making my head hurt. These puzzles are difficult just because they're not very streamlined, which is frustrating. Really, there's no other path for me there. This is down below. Did anything change in this room? Oh, maybe it's not down below. What do you do? I can call this. See, where is that part of the puzzle? Is it through here? There's this. I did this shit. Where does this go? What the fuck? Oh. I'm just gonna fight this thing. It's in the fucking way. Stop shooting me with shit, you fucking assholes! Asbel, what the fuck? Alright, sick.
Shining blade of triumph! No one can stand before my blade!
There's nothing over here? It's gotta be something on the 5th floor that I can do that I just missed. Is it in here? Didn't I go in here? Did I not ever go in here? Did I just not do that? I opened this chest! Oh, that did not take me where I thought it would take me. Does this take me where I think it's gonna take me? Oh? Oh, maybe? Please? Okay, I get the chest. Debonair Dandy. Fucking did it. Jeez. Nope, not that one. Debonair Dandy. How am I doing on the old... Oh, it's 741. Fuck your blocks. Alright, well, Sherry is gonna die. Unless I just lock these nerds down. She lives! Congratulations, Sheria, you fucking did it.
That was some fancy knife work. What else are you hiding from us? Ugh, I'm not hiding anything.
Okay. I need, I need to get Elith back. So what the hell does this do? Oh! Oh! Oh. It all fucking makes sense now. So where does this go? Oh. Oh my fucking god. So I just missed it when I came up this way. Wow, that's depressing. But I did just kill a gnat, so that feels good. I'm actually gonna fight you. No, this is my kill, Asbel. Leave it alone. You're just gonna get in the way. Look at this. You see how big my fists are? I'm like Thanos. I can fight that thing. Yay, I got Elith back. That's what I wanted. Because I need to hit 750. Because I can, I think. I think I can fucking do it. If I just fight enough encounters. You know, my favorite thing to do. Ever.
We will survive!
Ow, what the fuck? What the hell shot me there?
Rip to pieces! Stampede Victory is ours!
63? My goodness! Yeah, we're totally gonna do it. Yeah, we're at 747 now. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. Okay, so I think I see where I messed up here. And I don't think I'm missing anything else. I think we can move on. I just got really fucking turned around. And I just simply missed one room. I missed paying attention in one room. And that totally threw me off here. Where are we going? Forward. Forward always. Except when we're going backwards. Or parallel. Parallel can happen too. I think part of the problem was too that I like solved some of those puzzles without seeing where the solution was used. So like I got a little fucking turned around because of that as well. Also the fact that you can just go up this way. is pretty sick. Big time save. And we go, look, we can go across now. Yay! Everything is good and right in the world. This is probably the boss,
Got a
though.
second, Hubert? Will you spar with me?
Oh, no.
Here?
Right now? Seriously?
Where is this coming from? When the shuttle repairs are complete and we return to Affinia, I may have to fight Richard again.
The man was quite a skilled swordsman, as I recall. You're right to be worried.
I want to save him without inflicting more damage than necessary. And to pull that off, I need far greater skills than I have now.
Very well, then. I should call Sophie over to participate as well.
No, it's okay. I don't want her involved in this.
But
Sophie's become oddly stubborn about the whole Lambda thing. She thinks it's her responsibility to face him alone. I need to prove to her that I can protect her.
if anyone can do so, it's you.
Oh, okay. They're not gonna make me fight him again. That's nice. That's pretty. I almost forgot the Elith chest. As I'm sitting here getting ready to save and move on, there's one chest that's back this way that I need to open. However, I still need to use Elith. So going back this way, there's a couple enemies I can fight.
We will survive.
Aw, you motherfucker. You couldn't just hit me with that? What an asshole. Damn it. Ow. Fuck off. Really with that shit? Are you kidding me? Hit points, please. Sherry, I believe in you. Hit points? Alright. Never mind. I'll throw some heals out. I can help.
Yay, all right! I did it!
125?
Again.
Shit. This is going in the opposite direction. Fuck. Now I'm at 202. Alright, hold on. I need to take this off. I'll put this back on. Actually, I'll take this off and put fucking, I don't know, this back on.
Everyone stay on your game!
Got
Can
him.
stand before my blade.
Soul Orb! I could have converted those. Okay, we're still only at 748. What am I missing? Sometimes I get, like, really big gains from battles, and sometimes it's like, here's none. Get fucked. How do you work Book of Growth? I don't understand.
We will survive.
Release! No escape! Critical flame!
Hell yeah! Give me that cooking.
Teamwork is the key.
Couple mastered titles. 754. We fucking did it. Feels good. Asbel, you have a lot of titles mastered there, my dude. Maybe chill the fuck out. Alright, we did it. We broke the 750 barrier, which means we're finally back on track with where the game expects us to be at with our mixer with the chests. So, progress. Yay. Go team. Rah rah. It's a me, a victory. Nope, that's not right. Something else. Something else is supposed to be there. I don't want to fight you. I'm literally just burning Elith. I'm just burning Elith. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Yeah, that's what we need, right? We need the Final Fantasy fanfare. That's supposed to be somewhere in here. If I could just get Prompto to hum it to me, though, that'd be perfect. That'd be perfect. There it is. Whoo! All of the Elith from an Elith chest. That feels hecka fucking good. Oh, I gotta take this dumbass book off now. Get out of here. You want to tell you all about chocobos? Yeah, I suppose he could do that. I'm less like thrilled about that specifically, but okay. So let's where's that 3% boost book? There it is. Book of Talent. Let's put that back on. Here it is.
This room should have what we're looking for.
And a lot of robots.
These humanoids seem more complete.
Oh.
Look out! Huh? What's with the glowing block? It seems to be reacting to Sophie's power.
Here they come. We will survive.
Oh. Oh, 81,000 hit points, eh? Well, good old Evil Richard had like 100,000, so get dunked on. I didn't even notice these dudes are fucking weak to burst arts. Human machine paralysis. What do I have that might assist with that? Nothing. My favorite. Piercing Blast is paralysis. What if I run it through... Make sure I get an Elegant Flash, but run it up through Piercing Blast. Just trying to level up my CC on this nerd. That should be 10. Yep, there we go. There we go. That one should be almost fucking dead. No. No. Is the other one still alive? Nobody's even touched this one. I think it's gonna let me get a rejuvenate off? Absolutely not, it's not. Come on, Cheria! Welcome back. Yeah, I'm gonna fucking deal with this motherfucker now. Oh, man. How the fuck did that not combo? Oh no, you're almost dead! Just die! I think it died. Yeah, it totally did. Human machine paralysis. Alright, so that's the combo that I want to use against this guy too. Definitely want to see some paralysis happening. And she's dead again. Ow! I baited that shot so Cheria could get a heal. Come on, Cheria, it's probably revitalized! Get it off! Oh, it was a nurse. That's good too. Well, this game's inputs are a little weird too because they're non-standard as well. Is there? You got fucking ads that you can call out? Come on, man. That shit sucks. Oh, not for much longer. It doesn't though. They're about to get fucking bodied. Yeah, this game's inputs are different because it has a combo system with the assault arts. The burst arts are the thing that have like stayed pretty much the same. But yeah, it's not terribly difficult. They're gonna get another burst art soon, and I don't want that. Are you the boss? You are. Interesting. You just fucking teleported all over the place, eh? Yeah, get paralyzed, nerd. Yeah, there's the Ellis break. Oh, I got the Sun Injury. And healed. It was worth it. Oh, fuck me. Ow. Where the fuck are you going? He's gonna be fucking done here in a second. There it is.
Pascal, what's an error?
Oh, I should change up titles.
So smart, they can control air with their mind. Wow, you're amazing.
Yeah, it's interesting. We were just talking about that the other night. I think we were talking about that last night about the fact that basically these games are just fighting games. And as far as the combat goes, like specifically tuned down to like understanding like what guarding gets you, what attacking from guard gets you, what attacking from getting hit gets you, you know, all these attacks have like frames of startup and stuff like that, and recognizing that is important. So it's really interesting. But honestly, this game's combat system, Shayla, is more difficult than previous ones, because this game relies, like, yeah, exactly. Some of them have iframes that you can't get hit during, so it really is. But this game has a more complicated combat system simply because it took what was pretty standard with the auto attacks that have been in previous Tales games. Previous Tale games, if you mashed X when you weren't holding a direction, you did one string. If you mashed X when you were holding up, you did like an upward attack. If you hit X when you were holding down, you did like a downward attack. So, like, you had directional control over your auto attacks in previous games. This game is like, instead of that, there are actual different arts tied to those different directions. So it's a small adaptation from the previous games, but the previous games, it's more important to understand that when you're looking at the controls and you're picking out your when you're picking out like what art to assign to what slot, on the left it tells you what direction plus button you have to press in order to get that art to happen. It's really, really easy. That's highly dependent on the game. Like Vesperia, if you only have 3 auto attacks, there are a finite number of directional hits you can do. Oh, you're talking about Graces? Oh, okay, yeah. Because, like, Graces, I think, is the exception to the rule. I would not consider it to be the standard way that the series plays. Like, the way Graces does it is fucking weird, and I still don't know if I really like it that much. But it's different, and that's part of the reason that I had a hard time getting the game rolling at the beginning, honestly. But yeah, it's not that difficult. It's a very simple... I don't know how to describe it to you other than the fact that, like, yes, in this game, that is the way that works, correct. But that's because this game was like, you know what, instead of it just being nameless auto attacks, let's clutter everything up by being like, here, we're going to name every single fucking move you can do in the game, instead of just being like, there are some auto attacks you can do, and also burst arts like normal. So, that's neither here nor there. It's fine. It just is a really weird decision to be like, we're gonna give importance to, I don't know. I don't know why they had to have it both. Like, the games worked fine previously. Just give me auto attacks back. I liked doing that. Having to do twice as many arts, I just don't understand. I don't really understand why they did it like that. It's very, very esoteric. But here's the thing. What do you get out of the complexity that you didn't have previously? Nothing. That's my problem with it. It's complexity for the sake of complexity. There's not really any additional challenge to it. It's pretty much just an annoying system that you have to constantly look at in order to have any, like... Right, okay, so that's great, but if you want to do that effectively, you either have to only ever play as one character so that you can memorize their art tree and all of the 1 to 3 weaknesses that each fucking individual art targets, or you're constantly opening the menu in order to min-max like that. On hard, I'm not going to do that, Leo. On hard, without grinding, I'm not just going to be like, yeah, fuck weaknesses, who cares? It's like the only thing... Yeah, well, exactly, but that's boring and shitty, Fishy. That's my point. Like, you can do that, and that's fine, but it's boring and shitty. I want to play all the characters, and all that complexity does is make it so that I can't fucking do that, because it's a huge pain in the dick. So, sure, that's one way to play, but I think it's really boring and like... kind of the antithesis of being like, here's a party and you can play all of them if you want. Force me to play Asbel and give me this weird ass complex assault art system then, or get that shit out of here, let me only have to worry about burst arts and let me play all the characters. Because that complexity in trying to memorize 7 different assault trees is like, why would you ever want to do that? It's bad enough that all the burst arts also target 1 to 3 weaknesses that you also have to try to learn or just deal with it. Yeah, there's things to consider there, Leo. It's a game of checks and balances. I understand that. Nobody's saying you have to use weaknesses, but if you're going to use weaknesses against a mob that it doesn't matter what the hitbox is on it, you have to fucking know what the weaknesses are, and then you likely don't. So it's not a decision that is conducive to smooth gameplay. That's all I'm pointing out. It's not a decision that is conducive to smooth gameplay. I'm not saying it's good or that it's bad. I'm not saying that I particularly enjoy it or that I particularly hate it. But when you think about it and you're like, okay, here's an enemy I haven't faced in a while. What are its weaknesses? Check my arts menu. Go through the whole tree. Look for weaknesses. Try to figure out what my optimal path is. Like, having to do that every single fucking time gets really old really fast. Oh, also, what character am I playing? You know, what is their weapon weak again? Like, it's a constant game of trying to pay attention to all of that shit, and it doesn't really get you anything because you could just ignore it. You could just ignore it, and then it doesn't matter. So why is it there? What is the purpose? What is the point? Why? Why did you make it like that? Do you get it? Do you get where I'm coming from? If you can look at me on one hand and be like, it's cool that it's there, but then also be like, but you can just ignore it, well, then which is it? Because you're trying to play both sides of the coin. It's either cool that it's there, or it's not, because you don't use it. That complexity existing and being applicable and interesting and useful are 2 totally different things. I don't even think... No, I think that they had a really good idea with it. I think that, like, the idea of having, like, weaknesses like this and tying it to the arts that you use is very similar to elemental weaknesses. There's just so fucking many. You like having the option to use something or not. Right, but that's fine. You like that, Leo. But what I'm saying is from a game design standpoint, it's fucking needless and tedious, and it's complexity that either goes to waste depending on the player or doesn't have that much impact for the amount of time that you have to put into it. Like, that's what you have to understand. I understand what you like. I'm not talking about what we like and don't like. I'm talking about, would I design a game like this? The answer is no, because it's weird. It's weird and it doesn't benefit the player. You could argue that for any system that's more complex. No, but I'm not. Like, would you argue that for EVs and IVs? Absolutely. Why the fuck why is that even a thing in the game? What does that get? It's a needless pain in the ass that doesn't help anybody. If it wasn't something that you could train and manage and it was just for randomness, okay. Because that's kind of what makes that game work, is there's randomness involved. But the fact that you can just, like, fucking min-max the shit out of that stuff is like, alright, cool. What do you really get out of that? Not a whole lot. Certainly not for the normal game. It's there for the high-level crowd, but yeah. But here's the thing. At that higher level, Fishy, it's a net neutral anyway. It does enhance replayability, but it's not really more competitive or high skill. It's just something you have to spend time doing. EVs and IVs are just time. It's all about how much time you can put into it. That's not skill. That's just, did I have a free Saturday afternoon to try to get a new min-maxed EV IV Pokemon? Yes or no? I entirely disagree. I disagree because, like, that my point is that at that high level, at that high competitive level, there's no variance. Everybody's done it the same anyway, because people have already worked out what the best way to do it is. So I don't think that matters. That an EV IV setup being present and not present may make the difference between the person who has it winning a competitive match, but when both sides always have it, it's net neutral. It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't impact it at all. Like that's the thing you have to understand is like, and that's kind of what I'm getting at with this whole situation too, with all of these weaknesses. If at the end of the day, if you're looking at me and being like, sure, like, okay, fine. But again, that's not my point. My point is that in a match where both sides have EVs and IVs done, it doesn't end up affecting the outcome of the encounter that much. Which is why I don't think it really fucking matters at competitive play. And it's just a time sink and a waste for the competitive players who care about playing competitively. Like, what does it really add that much variance and strategy to the competitive scene? Because from what I have seen, it doesn't. It doesn't add that much at all. Most people have generally accepted ways to do things, and maybe the meta shifts, like, no, I think that's different. I'm not like, that's I don't know how to explain. Like, certain mechanics have a certain scope of the gameplay that they affect. The moves that a Pokemon knows are not in the same scope as EVs and IVs. EVs and IVs are small stat differences that, when it all shakes out, if everybody has them, doesn't make that much of a difference. What moves a Pokemon knows are pretty important and core to how some teams are even built at the competitive level. So I don't think that I agree with that argument. Like, it's a different, what's that anyway? What, EVs and IVs? I honestly never bothered to learn a huge amount about them other than to know, like, generally what they are. And I bet Fishy could probably explain it better, but it's basically just like stats. It's just like every Pokemon has stats in the game, and it's just how much of the individual stats your Pokemon has. These are cute little creatures. I didn't have, Leo. Let's not go so far as to say it had to be done. Let's just leave it at you wanted to do it. Okay, like, sure, like, I'm not, okay. You deploying that as a strategy is still different. So here's the thing. Let me put it to you this way, Fishy. So sure, you're like, max EVs, you outspeed a major threat in the game. Fine. But if you're telling me that if neither one of those Pokemon in that same scenario had EVs, that it wouldn't still outspeed that other Pokemon for some reason? I'm confused by that, I guess, is kind of like, if it's going to be able to outspeed it, wouldn't it also be able to outspeed it if neither Pokemon had those bonus stats? If they just had... Right, but if it didn't have to invest points in speed at all, and it just had a speed stat that was known, and you had a speed stat that was known, what is the real difference there? Like, if your Pokemon gets 100 speed at max level, and the other one only gets 80 at max level, and you don't have to worry about that EV and IV bullshit that ultimately only rarely impacts it. You can never surprise an opponent by outspeeding it. Yeah, who cares? Like, that to me is not interesting or competitive. That's just, you tried to implement a different... Like, to me, that is not at the core of what Pokemon competitive gameplay should be about. Like, that just seems like why would I want to watch somebody or be a part of a competitive scene where that kind of randomness can happen? I don't want that randomness. If I'm playing a competitive game, I want to feel like there's enough of an element of predeterministicness that I don't have to worry about getting slapped around because some dude just walked in with 1,000 speed Magikarp for no fucking reason. But see, here's the thing. It's not strategy because you just said it rarely happens. That's randomness at that point. If it's a rare strategy or a rare thing that somebody can just pull out, that's not strategy. That's just some weird little, because that other major threat in the metagame would only rarely invest points in speed. A rare strategy is strategy. Nah, I don't. I disagree. Going against the meta to catch your opponent off guard. So, in that general description, I agree. But in this specific case, when you're talking about, like, I understand going against the meta, but I think the methodology behind how you choose to do that changes the complexion of it. Like, I feel like there's right. I understand that part of it at its base form is fine with me. But I think that when it comes down to, I just trained my Pokemon in a weird way that you don't expect to give me a weird stat advantage, that's not the same. That at a certain level, if I'm the player that's happening to, I'm trying to rate this. I'm trying to explain this in a way that I think makes the most sense. And I guess what I'm trying to get at is, when you're talking about something like EVs and IVs, and you're weighting it as how good is this as a competitive mechanic, what you're really talking about is there's not really a counterplay to it. There's not really a way to react to that different thing where you're just like, here, surprise. I still think that I understand that tactic, but I think that there's still more counterplay involved in that situation than there is in just like, I just made it so that my stat was going to be higher than yours, so now you have to deal with that. Like, that just doesn't feel like there's a lot of adaptation or interesting play or mechanics behind that, whereas somebody like completely reinventing the way that a Pokemon works is a totally different, like, I still disagree with you when you talk about moves versus a couple of numbers in a stat table, because when you're talking about moves, you're completely changing the way that Pokemon is normally used. That's a significant change in the strategy. When you're talking about, I just tweaked these numbers a little bit from what you would normally expect, and now I'm going to fuck your face with it, that doesn't... There's just not anything interesting to speak about there. Whereas if I look at a Machamp with those 4 moves, I'm like, Jesus, what the fuck has this person been smoking? When I look at somebody who's like, yeah, I made my speed 3 higher than it normally is. Oh, all right. Well, I mean, I guess that worked for you. Congrats. I bet it won't work again. There's no counterplay to it. People don't have to, like, work on figuring out. No, I'm not saying that I do or don't like it. I'm saying I don't think that it provides a unique competitive experience that makes it worth being included in the game. That's what I'm saying. There isn't anything unique or interesting about it from a player or a viewer's aspect. So why is it a part of it? Why is it in the game? Why is it competitive? No, I've already explained. Like, you guys are not explaining to me the merits of this thing. All you're saying is it's a legitimate tactic or strategy. I understand where you're coming from with that, but I'm saying it's not fun. It's not interesting. Where's the value that it provides by being there other than some random upset on occasion? Like, what is the value of it being there? That's what I'm trying to get at. I'm not saying I don't like it, so it sucks. I'm saying it doesn't fucking provide anything in the context that it exists in. It's just some small numbers game that you could play at for years and just get a few surprise wins out of. That doesn't seem like the same. It's not even close to the same level as the Machamp example that you provided. But you could say others find it fun, but I can say that others don't find it fun. I've talked to and read about and spoken to other people who are like, I wish that this wasn't in the game. It's boring and tedious, and most people just hack it to make it work anyway, so who cares? Like, why is it there? But you can't ignore it. If you don't min-max like that, then you're not being competitive. You can't ignore it. That's my point. You can't ignore it if you want to be competitive with it. If everybody in the competitive scene is doing it, and you don't do it, you're not going to be competitive. So while it exists as a part of the competitive scene, you have to do it to be competitive. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm not talking about you're misinterpreting this. This is not me complaining about a competitive experience that I had in Pokemon. I have never played Pokemon competitively. I don't want to. Hard pass. What I am saying is that at the competitive level, I don't think that it adds anything. People are capable of modifying their Pokemon team in whatever way they need to without the normal time investment that it's required. You can just hack in Pokemon with the EVs and IVs that you want. You don't have to try. So the element of like building a team like that, totally gone. You don't even have to do it. People circumnavigate it all the time. It would just be a waste of your time if you wanted to play competitive and you're trying to build up your team legit. There's no point. Nobody does that. So if that is part of my point, Leo, but my other point is if everybody is already doing it. So I mean, like there's corollaries to this. That not it again. You're saying the same goes for them, and I've already explained to you that those types of things are bigger changes that are more interesting and provide more value from a strategy and from other aspects than just tweaking numbers. Like my overall point is if you are going to look at I think my argument is that for the level of complexity that system exists in, it doesn't have enough of an impact to warrant continuing to be included. That is kind of my argument. That's probably the best summary of it so far. Yes. Because here's the thing. If it was an expression of skill, if EVs and IVs were an expression of skill at the competitive level, fine, but they're not. They're not even an expression of time. They're just an expression of how do they just are a thing. How would I change the martial arts system so it was relevant enough? I would either decrease the number of weaknesses that each art has, because I don't think that the weaknesses are the problem, but it's the number of them. It's constantly trying to remember all of the different things that the arts impact. Another way you could do it is simply, as you're using the art, indicate on screen somewhere what you are targeting with that weakness, like next to the character or in the art name or something like that. You could indicate what weaknesses a string that you input actually damaged without having to check against the monster, and if they block, the string drops anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Like, and I think the better balance actually exists outside of Sophie and Asbel and Hubert and Sharia. Well, actually, I think Sharia, Pascal, and Malik all only have three rows of art, so they only have 12, and the other 3 have 16. I think. I can't remember. I'd have to look at everybody's to remember. But like some decrease in the number. Like 12 is maybe still a lot, but like 8 might be okay. In general, I would say I think there's too much. I would say there's too much. They all have the same number. Once you have everything? Okay, so I guess I'm missing some stuff, but whatever. That's irrelevant. I just think there's too much of it. I think if you toned it down so that it was something that I could feel comfortable expressing smoothly, then I wouldn't have as much of a problem with it. But every time I have to open the art menu and scroll through the assault art list and scroll through the burst art list and look at all of the weaknesses and pick out the ones that I'm going to use for this particular fight, like that to me is a break in the gameplay loop that doesn't have to be there. They could have made some adjustments to make it so that felt more smooth. There are also titles that make it so that every art hits a particular weakness. You personally like those? Sure, fine. Obviously, that simplifies the system. I can see how that would be more enjoyable. I think that I would really like that too, because that seems to be most of my problem. Like, I don't have a problem with the system's existence. What I have a problem with is the barriers to using it for skill expression, and how frequently there is a bog in the game's stuff. That beating mission 2, sure. Enjoy. Like that overall, all said and done, that is what I was trying to express. So I may not have done a stellar job of that, and I fully accept and admit that, but that was kind of the point that I was going for. I just want to see a smoother way to express the skill that the system seems to provide. It's just not there. So either don't include it if it's going to be too cumbersome, or make some changes that make it not feel cumbersome. The victory music is finally over. It is.
We'd better find the shuttle reinforcement and get out of here.
May I ask what the significance of this attachment is?
It's made from a metal called Daris ore, which possesses lambda-resistant properties. Daris ore reacts to and
God,
absorbs
Pascal.
the Aleph that powers the abilities of Protoss haste.
That face on Pascal. Reaction absorbs the elemental powers of... Oh, okay.
I'm a little worried. I thought we'd find it here, but I'm not seeing anything.
See you later, Fishy.
We may have no choice but to build it ourselves.
That sounds complicated.
Okay, so if the angle of entry is...
Oh, okay. Sorry. I thought you were exiting stage left.
to be...
Let's see. Okay.
Another attack?
Woohoo! Pascal? Hey, look at him go!
No,
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Pascal being crazy again.
Fair enough.
What could she possibly be doing that requires so much noise?
Oh, yay, it's done!
What the fuck did you just make?
Presenting my newest invention, the ultra-strong, ultra-secret, super cool Darius Bit!
Okay. Okay.
Goodness.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
I saw that block get all glowy in response to Sophie's power. And then I heard you talk about Darius Ore, and I saw this, and yeah, so here we are.
Mm-hmm. That is all the player knows. Agreed.
You are truly a worthy descendant of the Amarcians.
But wait, there's more! Act now and I'll totally throw these in for free and stuff! Here, Captain, try this ring on.
Oh.
What is this for?
I made him from the leftover Darius Ore. One for you and one for me.
Classic.
Rings? You two aren't engaged, are you?
I'm pretty sure that's not the case.
So if we wear these, we should be able to use the same power as everyone else.
I like how Malik isn't 100% sure that they're not engaged. Like, he's like, I'm pretty sure, but that was not like, I'm certain. There's a difference, right?
Oh my gosh, it's totally warm and tingly. It's like swimming in hot cocoa.
He's also just like, he took it very much in stride. Very much in
I wouldn't
stride.
go that far, but there's certainly a strange power at work.
Yay, me!
It's identical to the light we possess.
It's strange, but I feel stronger.
Yeah, do you have new assault arts? Because I bet you
So
do.
when I heard the ore could absorb Sophie's Eleth, I thought it might work for us too. Now Captain Malik and I will be more help than ever.
We should be able to tackle those new monsters along with the rest of you.
Now we just have to snap the Darius Bit onto the shuttle and we're good to go.
Do you think the shuttle has been repaired by now?
I don't know. It's a pretty big job, especially for one person.
Then we should hurry back. If it's still being repaired, we might be able to lend a hand.
Right. Back to the city then.
Heyo. Heyo. Okay. That was a lot of titles that just kind of swung in at me there. Title spam much, game? More importantly, does that give me some level 2 Mystic cards? Still missing quite a few of those. That must be this one. Ah, Infinitius. Infinitiusol. I'm just gonna have to use it. I'm just gonna have to use it to figure that one out. That one's rough. But there is a level 2 Mystic Art for us. Infinitia. So that's cool. You already have a level 2 and a level 3. Sharia might already have... Who's missing my level 2? I don't remember who is. Yeah, Infinitia. Aspel, go here, and you got this. Another new art. Oh, minimum CC +1. Oh, CC Rise titles are so good. Hubert, Tempest Arrow. There we go, Tempest Arrow. Have I been looking at these right? CC Rise is great. It's fucking god tier is what it is. It's not even just great. It's fucking god tier. So yeah, Hubert finally gets access to his level 2 Mystic Art. Very nice, very nice. And Malik already had one, so yep, he just gets Culling Flare. Pretty cool. So many fucking stars, you guys. My goodness. Oh, he was very close to mastering his too. So that's done. What I want to check is... No, see, still doesn't have this bottom row is still combined. I thought maybe this would be the time when it would finally split, but I guess not. Oops. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. How do I get up to... I was just up there, game. I know I can get up there. How do I get up to... Is it not going to let me cheat again? Do I have to switch to auto? No. What the fuck? I can't. Okay, so I can get up there with Pat. Oh, is it because he's not in the main party, maybe? Yes, no, he didn't get any new arts either. Start. I can read, Leo. I can read. Interesting. Thank you, though. I obviously didn't see that. I would have thought they would have got some Nova, like Malik has no Nova Assault Arts, which is really weird. This was painful. It wasn't that bad. Oh, start. Oh, it doesn't switch you between. Oh, it just takes you. But not when you're in semi-auto. When you're in semi-auto, it does something different. Interesting. Interesting. There we go. That's actually really handy. Oh yeah, see, Sharia also doesn't have extra slots down here. Asbel does, and he's missing one right now. And Hubert has all of his, which he is very bad at using. Very, very bad. Naughty Hubert. Yeah, I was right. It's Sophie, Asbel, Hubert, and then Pascal, Sharia, and Malik don't have the other. I guess it's not 12 and 16. It's 12 and 8 or 12 and 9 if you don't count the 1cc move, which I don't count because it's, I don't know, the closest thing to an auto attack this game has, basically. Anyway, yeah, sweet. There's a warp point. I don't want the warp point. Well, it didn't get me more moves. Like I said, that's part of my complaint. I thought I was getting more moves. It didn't give me shit. You can't even equip the rings. Darn it. I'm just gonna go save. I feel like everybody is probably ready to be done with this fucking stream. What a weird stream. Thank you guys for literally sitting here and listening to me, I guess, rant and bitch about pretty much everything that I could for like 3 hours. So that was basically what this turned into. I don't know why. I blame it on being Wednesday. I blame it on fucking Wednesday. This is, you know what? This is why. This is why we don't stream on Wednesdays. That's what we learned today. This is why we don't stream on Wednesdays.
A ring. Oh, how I used to fantasize all the time about that ring Asbel had.
You look happy. Is it because of that ring?
It certainly doesn't have anything to do with you.
Baka.
What? Okay.
Hey, wait a minute. When we were kids, Asbel promised he would buy me a ring when we were older, didn't he?
Or maybe it does have something to do with you.
Wait, what?
When we were kids, you promised to buy me a ring when we were older. Don't you remember?
I don't remember that. Anyway, we need to hurry back to that city where we found Marla.
I totally
Fucking
forgot. I
slapped.
suppose I should have seen that one coming.
Oh my god, she just got shut the fuck down. Just absolutely, completely obliterated. My god. Soul crushing. Soul crushing levels of destruction. Holy shit. Wow, that was incredible. I think she is learning. I think she is learning every moment of her life. Oh my gosh. I took a break from taking over the world because Gen Con is happening. So, there you go. That's why. Anyway, thanks for hanging out, guys. I hope you enjoyed this way too fucking spicy stream. I guess I'm gonna try to, like, maybe keep the rants to a minimum tomorrow night. We'll see. We'll see. You can't remember which quote number is yours? Try 18. I hope you guys have a good rest of your night. Oh boy. I'm just gonna try to calm down. You gotta put a space. Gotta put a space. Spaces are required. How do you add to this? Exclamation point, add quote, and then space, and then text after it. Just like that. Simple, easy. All right, that's it. That's it. We are done. Thank you guys. Have a good rest of your night. Tomorrow is more Graces. I think that there is a way to get a link to the quote list, but I would have to dig through the commands. So maybe another time. You just make fun of pretty much. What bot system is it? It's integrated into Nightbot, so you can just do that to get a list of the commands that you can use. And you can see. Let's see. Do I have a quote list? I don't think I have a quote list. Damn. Maybe I should do that. I think that there is a way. There are only 21. Yep. Alright, end streaming button. It's getting pressed. See you guys later.